What up? It's your boy T-Burn Reaction. Today's Films Friday. Happy Halloween, by the way, as well too. Got my little gear for y'all. So we're gonna finish things off with the kill count from Dead Meat, which is the kill counts of the meat that's within the Dead Meat kill count reaction, Dead Meat kill count videos as well too, as well. You know, I this is gonna be the final part of this, hopefully, as well too. As we get into the time where we dealt with the SAG strike and going forward as well too, where James and the crew had to rely on video games, the web-based as well too, web-based movie, online movies, independent movies as well too. That's when around time I had the non-film poll going on for a while as well too, for stuff like the Mortal Kombat, the Gamer Viz, the graphic comics and all as well too. So that being said, let's finally put the finishing touch on the reaction to the kill counts of Dead Meat. Let's get it.
On the floor out of frame there. This wasn't the first time Molly was featured on the show, though. I introduced her in the cold open for the Frogs episode. There I explained how we got her. She was my dad's dog, but when he moved into hospice, we took her home with us. He was happy to know she would get taken care of, and he even got to do a video call with her before he passed. Don't worry, Dad. We keep her safe and spoiled. Things were starting to look up for the show when we got hit by another huge roadblock. The SAG-AFTRA strike of 2023, during which the union told its members not to cover struck work, which included most mainstream American movies. At this point, Chelsea was joining SAG, and I was on the verge of it. We also support unions in general, so we followed their guidelines. Even though it meant not covering popular films during our biggest time of the year, since this was sadly during the Halloween season. In retrospect, the union didn't get us a great deal, especially when it came to voice acting. So that sucks. And for Dead Meat, the worst part is that this so-called weird era seemed to be the final nail in the coffin for a lot of people who tuned out indefinitely. Our numbers never really recovered, which is a shame since the weird era episodes are actually pretty awesome. And everything that's come since,
and be honest, there were some good kill counts with that as well too,
has been our best work. The weird era featured some of our most elaborate to the numbers bits yet. It started with Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, which had a whole damn puppet me singing a whole damn song. It was great. There are rules you need to know when you want to count kills up.
That's when Papa James was introduced, y'all.
What rules must I know?
I'll tell you if you'd shut the fuck up. During it, we saw a zombie Fiona, so we can add her to the count. I won't count any of the bastard skellies who were in the song, but sure, I'll count Puppet James and Zoran when they both collapse at the end. Why not? Puppet James has been a great addition to the roster too. He's always popping up in sponsor bids. That little fucker. Love him. He was made by Gina DeVivo, a really talented actress and all-around artist. The guy who didn't like musicals was the first ever stage performance covered on the show, and since I went to college with the Star Kids, they showed up during the TTN to sing with me and put me on the count again. Great enthusiasm from John, Joey, and Lauren. I love them all.
I love that they had the guests from the stuff they was covering to be guest stars on the Dead Meats. Was pretty cool.
The original Blair Witch wasn't struck for whatever reason, so we covered it and did the obvious bit for the To The Numbers. It started on the set where Josh can be heard screaming off screen, so we'll count him, and we'll also count another meat kill after I was presumably killed by the witch. Oh yeah, it was in October of 2023 that I started a new series on the channel, the Monday morning live stream.
Give me a second. I know I just heard. I had to make a little comment because I just happened to look down and somebody's posted on my chat on forum saying James is calling Nike Air Force One dash shoes. I love kids. No problem. I'll always defend the youngins, but come on, y'all. I gotta do better. Anyway, let's keep going.
Streams where I go over horror news and channel updates. It's hard to believe I've been doing this for 2 years, especially when it makes me get up so early on Mondays. But there's so much fun, and I love the banter I have with the people in the chat. It's produced a lot of really funny and memorable moments.
A bowl of hair and onion skin. This is my life. This is my job. Mom, are you watching?
If you didn't know about it or you haven't been, try tuning in Monday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific or 12 noon Eastern. It's a great way to keep abreast with everything going.
I like this all breaking down like some of the new adventure that Dead Meat has going on as well too, though.
on in the horror world, and what we're doing here at Dead Meat, and to see a silly little James.
My fellow meaties. I'm sorry, my mic was muted.
The Weird Era saw the first video games covered, which of course had to be Mortal Kombat. I absolutely loved the To The Numbers bits we did for these, which required us to rent a green screen facility and dig a whole bunch of old outfits out of storage so I could dress as past kill count versions of me for the player select screens.
Roll doomed.
I'll count the fatality I suffered from Crazy James in Mortal Kombat 9. That crazy mofo uppercutted me off the screen and then rode his crazy bike away.
Lord.
In Mortal Kombat X, I faced a gummified Zoran who was killed when I froze him, then bit him in half when I turned into Molly for an animality.
Yep.
Sub-Zero James wins. Animality.
Zoran also covered the first ever comic book kill count with Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash. It didn't have any kills, but it did have a Ryan George cameo. The Weird Era also saw a new kill count champion with Emesis Blue, unlikely to ever be beaten since we counted 800,000 kills and it kind of broke the show. The sponsors section garnered us 2 kills to count here. Zoran stabbed me to death, and after I respawned in my tub, I returned to the set and paid him back. Should have had a revenge kill sound effect in there, since apparently I ended his domination. Then in the To The Numbers for that video, I was killed by a falling light and immediately auto-balanced to the other team. Always so annoying when that happens. Too Many Cooks was another fun episode with another fun To The Numbers bit that saw me stalked through my house by a killer and featured our friend Katie Adkins in a cameo. Hi Katie! The killer caught up to me and killed me just off screen after a freeze frame ending. The Weird Era ended in December and I was finally able to cover bigger movies like Barbarian and Saw 10. I ended the year with a J-horror, the original Ring, and I'll count it as a kill when it was revealed that I was the ghostly towel man. Disagree with me counting that kill? After the awfulness of 2023, which I actually commemorated with an ice luge at my New Year's Eve party, I wanted to get things back on track for 2024 and go all in on the kill count. For the first time since 2019, I wanted to release at least 1 kill count a week on average. We started with some popular one-offs and sequels, including Evil Dead Rise, where I was once again possessed by Deadites for the To The Numbers bit, which mimicked that.
Alright, so yeah, there's some will be spoilers to me because there's ones I haven't got to yet.
Movie's
That's all
awesome
good.
title card. This was when I finally did Puppet Master, which had another great To The Numbers bit with an incredible looking Chelsea. One of the me's there died, presumably, after being sucked dry by leeches. I died again in the From Dusk Till Dawn kill count via spontaneous combustion. We tackled some franchises next. First, the Hannibal movies, which saw me killed via shootout in the Manhunter episode while Iron Butterfly played, and then saw me presumably die off screen in Hannibal when it was revealed the top of my head was missing. Even though we were going all in on the kill count, our amazing team allowed us to try other stuff too. The Silence of the Lambs episode was the first to feature the new kill count logo after an in-progress version in Manhunter, designed by Beth Reboff, who made the Dead Meat logo 7 years prior. The original kill count logo was just a free font I had found called Feast of Flesh. It was nice to have something more bespoke. The Manhunter episode also saw the
True, I ain't never could tell the difference that much, but wow.
long-awaited return of kill count trailers at the end of each episode. The writers and editors are now able to handle them on their own, instead of me and Zoran doing them like we used to. Speaking of Zoran, he made a second season of They Talk, which was then followed by Production Tales from Hell. That series was produced by MK and the host Chauncey K.
I was gonna do that, but I felt like it's too. One, it was too long, and 2, I was like kind of dreaded it a little bit too. So yeah.
Robinson, and it was a fun docu-series looking at horror movies that faced hardships behind the scenes. It was right around here that we tried launching a second channel called Dead Meat Presents. The idea behind this was that all non-kill count content would go to this new channel. Then maybe the algorithm would treat the kill count nicer, since obviously it's our biggest show. We gave this thing the old college try and stuck with the new channel for a year, but the kill count views never really went back up. The only effect was that everything else's views went down, and that stuff didn't deserve that, especially the podcast. I didn't like the way all the other content was being subjected to a smaller audience and kind of treated like second class. Especially since, like I said earlier, Dead Meat has always tried to celebrate horror in a comprehensive way. In June of 2025, we moved everything back to Dead Meat, and I like it a whole lot better that way. Well, almost everything. We still have some video game content on Presents, which we have some future plans for. Stay tuned. Next on the kill count was part of the Exorcist franchise, including the third one and its all all-timer jump scare, which we recreated in the To The Numbers bit for another kill. Some of my favorite movies were covered around this time, like Nope, where the episode saw me killed by a rampaging Gordy played by Chelsea in an ape costume.
Lord.
God, this was so funny to film. Molly did not know what to make of her. Nope was the first kill count using the new thumbnail style, which was created by a cool designer named Nikita Korobov. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Who would later redesign the podcast thumbnails as well. Nikita created the template and updated the backlog of thumbnails. Ben has made all the new ones since then. 2024's only recount was Killer Clowns from Outer Space, where Fiona played Shorty the Clown and knocked my block off with an uppercut. A lot of kills happened during this time, actually, like in the When Evil Lurks episode.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one. Or the influencer kill count, where the TTN revealed that I had been killed and replaced by Zoran, as discovered by Tim. God, that's
Wow.
fucking creepy. Tim was
was
also
sick.
killed after learning the truth. Poor guy. This bit has one of my favorite outtakes. I told
So definitely gotta check out as well too.
Zoran before he filmed it, not to go too over the top like he sometimes does. When I got the footage back, I was greeted with this as a first take.
Zoran.
The Late Night with the Devil episode is a favorite of mine thanks to the late night hosting style I did during it. And it gave us another kill when the demonic Mr. Wriggles possessed me and split my head apart. Good work with those effects, Zoran. And when it came to Return
Now I
of
got really want to bring back some polls from some of the movies I did have in the polls as well too with these kills.
the Living Dead, Ben was seen as a zombie, and since we met him previously, it'll go on the count. As always, we knew October would be a crazy busy time for us. So to prep for that, in August, we hired a third video editor, Linnea Anders, who actually came recommended by Mauricio
Did I do?
Pontillo,
Wait a
the guy
minute. Did I do Beetlejuice? I think I did. I think I did do Beetlejuice. I think I did Beetlejuice. Let me double check. Cause I ain't trying to remember. I know I feel like I did Beetlejuice. Well, that was just a reaction to the trailer of the new one. Did I do? I did. Okay, I thought I did Beetlejuice. I wasn't sure. I thought I did. Oh yeah, he said Davy Jones sucks, and well, my loyal reactor Chase God told me why he sucks, and it was a Yep, another. Jeffrey's number one. Got the Me Too.
who hired me to host his show Rejected Movie Ideas back in 2015. I credit that series for helping me hone my hosting voice prior to the kill count. Congratulations, Internet! This week, we get to see the first ever live-action Deadpool movie, a feat that would have been impossible without the Internet's endless fascination for this self-deprecating troll of a superhero. As fall of 2024 approached, we began what I consider the greatest achievement in kill count history, our coverage of the VHS.
Yes.
These anthological found
They did. And I enjoyed. I can't wait to do the cover of VHS Halloween.
footage films allowed us to do something new with the show, have multiple hosts, as me, Chelsea, and Zoran switched off
video.
in various segments in each movie. Zoran had a great idea for the To The Numbers bits too. Each one would be its own short found footage film featuring a different employee of Dead Meat. There would be a through line involving the fallout from a fictional Willy Wonka kill count, and it would culminate in the final episode, which would be released right around Halloween. Not every employee was featured though, like Addison Peacock, who we hired in September to join Tim on the writing staff. Speaking of Tim, the first episode saw him attacked by an off-screen monster that may have been a cat? I don't know. Either way, it killed him. We interspersed the VHS movies with one-offs like Abigail, wherein I was killed via a patented radio silence bloodburst. The second VHS saw producer and brand manager Ben in a parking lot black market views purchase. Guest star Mason Gooding was the dealer and wound up having Ben killed when the deal went south. Fun fact, the killer henchman there was played by Tim. Next, assistant Fiona was killed when her keyboard devoured her fingers and eventually her whole body. YouTube did not like this one, y'all. We had to censor the hell out of it. What a shame. Longtime editor Josh was featured in the next episode, and while I won't count the video game sprites he kills in this VR game he plays, I of course have to count it when he accidentally points his counting finger at himself, terrifying guest star Johnny Birchtold.
What the fuck?
Another fun fact, this is done first person because Josh works remotely from Michigan. He provided the voiceover while the rest of us handled the production here in Los Angeles. And the VHS TTN bits had great gore done by Ryan and Selena Ward from Little Shop of Gore. Thanks for providing those effects. They were very messy at the time, but everything was cleaned up afterwards. I only found a little bit of blood on the walls later on. The three hosts were saved for last, and in the VHS 99 kill count, Zoran met his match with a possessed storage container of some sort. It captured his baby and then tried to steal his favorite dinosaur, and killed Zoran when he tried to retrieve it so his wife could get a good night's sleep. This was another one YouTube didn't like. They just hate severed body parts. VHS 85 brought about the Chelsea tape, which actually started with a kill for our buddy Spencer Charnas from Ice 9 Kills. It was revealed that Chelsea hit and killed him with her car while driving home tired. Ghost Spencer got her back by using nebulous powers to blow up her head. Then, always the showman, he used the opportunity to plug his next music video. Oh, and compliment Gressel.
And Gressel, huge fan.
Ah, thank you.
During the one-off episodes in between VHS movies, we had trailers featuring the very catchy Dead Meat video jingle.
Hey, meet the people. It's Dead Meat Video.
And the one that played in the Halloween Ends kill count, all three of us hosts were killed when Zoran opened an airlock and sent us floating into outer space.
That's disgusting. Should we get me watching this? Yeah, Dead Meat Video.
VHS Beyond was the final episode of the franchise that year, and during the kill count, Chelsea suffered a Poochie-like death as a transition between hosts. That episode ended with my VHS tape, featuring one of my favorite performances I've done on screen. It also ended with me trapped in the YouTube algorithm, but since it explicitly said it needed to keep me alive, I won't count it as a kill. By the way, my hair looks real dumb in the VHS Beyond kill count because in September, Chelsea and I visited a friend in Korea and I got a procedure done. It was a hair transplant that took individual follicles from the back of my head and used them to fill in my temples and even part of my beard. That stupid Caesar haircut was the only thing I could do to hide the healing area, and I then proceeded to be in my hat era until I could finally style my hair upright again. I was in that hat era when we did what we called our T-Pain side quest. Although our October was already extremely busy, we couldn't turn down an opportunity that came up to produce and star in a T-Pain music video. MK headed that project for his song Does She Know, with her very talented director husband Nico Vandenberg helming the shoot. Though Payne himself doesn't appear in the video, Chelsea and I appear as cops and get killed, as can be seen in the kill count for that music video. Man, 2024 had a lot of shit going on. After Halloween concluded, Zoran got to do the sequel to the Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash comic book. That episode saw his wife Megan killed when President Freddy strangled her to death.
I believe in no taxation without a good asphyxiation.
Megan helped Zoran a lot, like when she played the Wintercoat Killer in the Urban Legends Final Cut episode. She's appeared in a lot of Zoran's kill counts, often in the fake ads. Even though she's a freak.
That's who she is, all right? Yeah, because one like that's not Chelsea. Because she reminds me of Chelsea a little bit.
Buckeye from OSU, I've got to admit, Megan, you rock.
Excuse me?
I said you rock.
I thought you said cock.
Hey, yo.
I did not. We finished off 2024 with a mixture of popular new movies and ones that I wanted to do for myself. The Maxine episode saw me crushed like Kevin Bacon when Dead Meat did an unsolicited collab with the Hydraulic Press channel. In Frankenhooker's episode, I got the bright idea to eat some super crack, and that went about as well as you'd expect. I covered the first Children of the Corn movie, which got me killed by wonky effects via He Who Counts Behind the Rose. And we capped off this crazy year of Dead Meat with a live show at Dynasty Typewriter here in Los Angeles. It was holiday themed and featured a lot of our friends from the industry as guests as they played games along with fans who were in attendance.
Felissa, wow, Jack Wade.
I can't wait to do it again. I think 2024 was the most creatively successful year of Dead Meat yet.
It was.
It's unbelievable how much we accomplished, as illustrated by a highlights video we released. By necessity, we had to slow things down for 2025, but that didn't mean we couldn't keep getting killed.
Of course not.
Zoran began his new series of video game kill counts, and in the very first one for Resident Evil, added Ben to the count again by snapping his neck. Meanwhile, I was still trying to find a new hairstyle when I did 28 weeks later, which saw me killing Zoran when I mistook him as infected, even though he was just taking a little nap on the kill count floor. Zoran would be killed again in his Outlast episode when Michael Myers took advantage of his unarmed state and slashed him to death. Then in Terrifier 3, I found a skull that I was worried was Chelsea's, but nope, she was thankfully still alive. Turns out it was just Zoran. Bixby! Getting him added to our count once again. He'd get me back in his mouth-washing kill count when an eerie sequence revealed the cake was alive, and it was me who he was cutting into with that axe. I guess Z-Man loves writing kills into his episodes because The Last of Us had 3 more. First, Josh died by driving off a cliff. Damn, man, R.I.P. And then I got killed twice. I was buried alive by Zoran before coming back as a ghost, and then I somehow gained corporeal form again, only to get stabbed by Zoran. He kept the kills up in Until Dawn too, when Josh was presumably sawed in half off screen. But it was Tim who added 2 more to the count, when he shot Ben and then Zoran. Maybe he's mad about being the new counter guy, I don't know. The kill count had an erratic release schedule in the summer of 2025, mostly due to copyright claims from Universal. So what's new?
Lord.
But I like to
that damn Universal. Yeah. Y'all did something. That's why they took along with Mummy. Oh yeah, because that's why the Mummy was taken along because of that. Yup. Wow.
I think that was offset by what was maybe the best series we've ever done on the podcast, Hot Saw Summer. These weekly releases saw Gressel join Chelsea and I as we went through the Saw movies one by one. They were a blast and completely chaotic, and we've gotten so much fan feedback about how much people have loved the episodes and all the inside jokes that came from them. Never forget the grill. On the kill count side, we had some fun episodes in there, like Wishmaster 2, and despite how difficult it was to get out, I am so goddamn proud of the kill count for the 1999 Mummy. It's a complete love fest towards an important movie to me. It also got me killed again when scarab beetles ate into my skin during the To the Numbers bit. That effect was done by our latest hire, Avery Christmas. Yes, that is his actual name. We hired him in September to be our first ever assistant editor, helping our editing team with organizational stuff and doing odd jobs like this effect. The next episode was another big one, Final Destination Bloodlines, which saw me killed just like the rest of the franchise in the To the Numbers bit. This time crushed by a piano like the disgusting little shitboy in that movie. Then Zoran continued his second season of Kill Count Games with Happy Hills Homicide. That saw him killed when he got stabbed in the chest by Ben. Ben actually got a twofer when Tim showed up and was also stabbed to death.
You're cool with that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna go on the 500 kill count.
Hey, quit juicing those numbers! But he didn't quit juicing those numbers. Because during the numbers section, Zoran got stabbed and killed one more time by a sprightly bad guy. Womp womp. And that brings us to now, the 500th episode, during which I didn't die at all.
Uh-oh.
Nope, nothing to worry about. This has been a very long and very nostalgic look back on more than 8 years of the kill count and dead meat in general. But we finally reached the present, so I think it's time to get this done.
I knew it! And there's the final. And this is going to be interesting how they're going to give the awards out on this one as well, too. Again, I like that shirt to be the new logo for Dead Meat. That would be cool.
125 kills across all 500 current kill counts. The victims consisted of 76 me's, 4 Chelsea Rebecca's, 20 Zoran Gavoyich's, and 25 other people, mostly our employees, but also a puppet and an aluminum axe. That gives us this dead meat pie chart, showing that I had almost twice as many deaths as everyone else combined. Broken down year by year, you can see a huge increase in deaths during 2022, which is interesting when you compare the number of kill counts that came out each year, since that year saw a significant decrease. Oh, also keep in mind that 2017 and 2025 are not full calendar years worth of data. Anyway, with a current total of 500 episodes, the kill count had a kill on average every 4 episodes exactly. Wow. Glad I added that last one. I'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to Fiona from the VHS viral kill count. It's fun and gross, and Fiona gives an awesome performance screaming as she's killed. Plus, she had to get upside down vertically for it. She really went all in. Let's be real, this is probably the best thing that's ever come out of VHS viral. Dog Machete for lamest kill will go to the me who was buried alive, because Zoran says it wasn't actually a kill and that I was astral projecting. I wasn't a ghost. But he told me too late in the edit for this episode, and we didn't have time to reshoot the numbers or fix it, so I don't know, I guess I'll have to recount this shit for episode 1000. And that's it. The kill count began in 2017 and keeps on keeping on more than 8 years later. Thank you for indulging me with this self-reflective episode. It was a nice little detour of nostalgia. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count.
On the next Kill Count.
Since 1953, Hackett's Quarry Summer Camp has been the destination for adventure.
Back to
Hackett's Quarry.
I'm definitely, I haven't done the video games Kill Count in a while, but I might do this one because this was so talked about, it wasn't even funny. At first I was thinking it was like a real thing. It was like nothing, it was a game. I'm going to check this out.
You go. Oh, the fun you'll have.
A place to make new
I'm not
friends.
sure when, but I'm going to check it out.
Peanut butter pops. Pop, pop, pop them in your mouth. Pop.
Tell ghost stories around the campfire.
Tell her about the Hag of Hackett's Quarry.
I don't think she wants to know about the Hag of Hackett's
Oh, can we just please stop saying the
And
Hag of
especially
Hackett's Quarry?
This is like
learn
made with
valuable
real people.
wilderness skills.
He just had his tongue down my throat, and he definitely knew what to do with it.
Just make sure not to wander off once night falls, because if you make the wrong choices, there's no going back.
Them's the rules, you noob.
But don't worry, our staff of counselors are more than equipped to take care of your little Hacketeers. So this week, send your kids to the quarry for the most fun you can have in the woods.
You've seen The Evil Dead, right?
Then on Sunday, camp out for the kill count, only on Dead Meat.
Showtime, motherfuckers.
The Quarry can be played on the pictured gaming platforms. Dead Meat always recommends you play the game for yourself before its kill count. It's the only way to have your own properly formed opinion. Kill counts are never meant to replace the experience of playing a game.
Thank you so much for watching this kill count. Hopefully it was enjoyable to watch. As the person who was, there for that entirety, it was fun to go back and look at things, but I'm also hoping that it was fun for you, the audience, and that we didn't get too bogged down with details and stuff. If you're wondering what constitutes the count for the kill count, like why we're at 500 episodes with this one, well, we did count the look-see episode, even though it was initially part of a longer announcement video. Obviously, the episode's hosted by a Zoran or Chelsea count, including Zoran's video game kill counts, which at this point I think of as a sister series, but there's still kill counts. Oh, we did not count the speedrun kill count I did for the Universal Monsters movies. That was a fun video, but I don't consider it canon to the kill count series. Oh, also, any two-part videos, those were counted as two separate episodes, like the Stranger Things ones, the It miniseries ones, and explicit Patreon versions don't count as separate videos. Hope all that makes sense. And just one more time, I want to thank the Dead Meat team, everyone on our payroll, everyone who helps us out from, networks and reps, WME, Brillstein, our legal.
All right, cool. So there you have it, though. Thank you, James, for all the years, and we'll continue on later on. Other than that, though, if you like my reaction to this, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we're done with the kill count. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.